Morning, good morning. I'm just making sure we're live. I think we're live. We are live. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Glenn Lundy.
I
There
hate
she is.
you.
What's up, Lisa?
I hate you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Glenn Lundy.
I did not even know we were live.
I am a husband to one, a father to six, going on to seven, and I am the general manager at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealership in America. It is 5:30 a.m., and I hope you are ready to rise and grind. Today we have a very special episode. We have a very special guest. It's so special that normally if I'm not on the East Coast, normally I'll have somebody sub in for me for a 5:30 show, but I'm actually in Arizona. As you can tell, the backdrop back here is different. It is currently 2:30 in the morning over here in Arizona, but I didn't want to miss this episode. I had to be on here with Lisa Copeland, who is coming to us, Fred. I think she's at 4:30. I'm going to introduce you to her in just a second. I do want to welcome you all to June. June is here. June has arrived. And as we kick this month off, we are going to highlight some powerful women from all over the country this month. We're also challenging everybody in the group to become what I'm saying, hashtag unrecognizable. Over the next 30 days, we're going to lift and encourage each other to be unrecognizable. I want you to look completely different 30 days from now than you do today. So June's going to be exciting. This morning's exciting. Hit that share button and get everybody up in here so that everybody can meet the one, the only, my good friend, Miss Lisa Copeland. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. There are not many people I would do this for, I might add. And yes, it is 4:30 in the morning, and this is my first cup of coffee.
Well, awesome, Lisa. Well, I truly appreciate it. You know how sometimes in life, like you have old friends and you have like new friends, and sometimes your new friends are a little cooler than your old friends. You ever notice
Trade
that?
them in, trade them up.
And that's totally how I felt about you. Just right at the gate, Lisa and I met. I was on Lisa's show. We haven't known each other very long, but as soon as I got to know and spend a little bit of time with Lisa, I'm like, hey, there's some of y'all on here that I'm gonna have to boot because Lisa's moving through. This is one powerful lady. Lisa, it's 4:30 a.m. Tell me a little bit about your normal morning routine if you're not on a show in a ball cap with me on Rise and Grind.
Interestingly enough, I usually wake up once or twice a week at 4 a.m. because I know I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I get up and I knock it out. This morning was not one of those mornings. So typically I'm up at 6 a.m. every single morning, and I go work out for an hour, right? Because I've got to get me ready for the day. And then from there, just go crush it. Whatever needs to be done, I'll do.
Nice, nice. So 6 a.m., hop up, hit the workout, crush the day. It looks like we've got tons of people in here. Will you
Oh,
guys do me
stop
a
it.
favor? Could you guys say good morning to my good friend Lisa Copeland? Go ahead and comment the good mornings just like we normally do on the show. Go ahead and throw all those comments in there. Hit that share button. We're gonna keep rolling. This is interesting. This is an interesting episode. An interesting episode for you, I'm sure, Lisa, and an
Yes.
interesting episode for me because I am in the lobby of the hotel. My wife is upstairs asleep at 2:30 in the morning.
I
She's
hope so.
pregnant. She's pregnant, and she made it very clear that if I woke her up with this episode of Rise and Grind, that I was not going to be married for much longer. And
I don't
so
blame her. When is that baby due?
the baby's due November 9th.
Oh,
November 9th, the
yay.
baby's due. So yeah, so she made that clear. So I'm hoping the hotel people here don't kick me out for being a little bit loud in their lobby at 2:30 in the morning. However, I did just have a drunk couple that like stumbled in behind me and went into that elevator right there. So
Uh-oh. You ought to put them on camera. They might they,
yeah.
they might be a little more interesting than me.
Yeah. Well, no. Nobody's more interesting than you that I know of. Lisa, you are one high energy lady. Tell us a little bit. Obviously, we don't have a real long show. It's only 20 minutes, but tell us a little bit, a brief synopsis of your history, where you're from, and what you're doing now.
Great. I live in Austin, Texas, and I'm formerly a car dealer, and I sold my dealership 2.5 years ago. And today I am the chief influencer for, I've got several companies, but I'm a speaker and I'm an author. I've got courses, and I've got a digital marketing agency for women, or for dealerships to attract women consumers. Her Way Agency. And so that's what I've been working on a lot lately, is working with all my dealer clients, helping them attract female consumers.
Well, that's incredible. And I love chief influencer. That just sounds awesome.
That's
Chief
me, baby.
influence. Yeah,
Chief
that's
influencer. And my business partner, her title is Chief Troublemaker. She's actually the Chief Technology Officer, but I'm like, you know what? It's all about, she's a troublemaker. We are disruptors, and we believe in that, We're
that.
all about being unapologetically relentless when it comes to helping our consumers and helping our customers and our dealers.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. Now, being high energy, running all these different things, doing all the things you do, keynote speaking and writing books and helping and consulting and all these dealerships and creating movements. What is your fuel? Like, why do you do all this, Lisa? What gets you out of bed? Why are you so passionate about this stuff?
Well, this is what gets me out of bed, my coffee. Absolutely. And, because I love what I do. And I love to empower people, and I love to empower businesses. And I think it was my calling. And so it's what runs me every single day. And I'm very grateful I get to work with people that I love and do what I love, and make a good living doing it.
I love that you have, I
I'm
saw on
waking
your
up.
page, your coffee. I saw on your page that it says, create a movement, get customers to love you, break records. That's what it says right there on your page. I love it in quotes. It's very, very simple. Create a movement, get customers to love you, break records. Now, I know you've talked with Sean Hayes, and obviously we've got Rise and Grind, and we're trying very, very passionately to create movements ourselves. I'm trying to create movements, not just in the auto industry, but in people's lives with Rise and Grind. Sean Hayes is trying to create some movements with the salespeople. What
Yes.
is it about this, creating a movement? Why is that so important? And how can people, how do you do it?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And I'll tell you the importance of creating a movement, to authentically galvanize people, whether it's your customers, whether it's your followers, your fans, or your friends. You have to inspire them. They've got to be bought in to the higher purpose, because once people are bought in, they become your evangelists. And that's why I'm not the CEO of my company. I'm the chief evangelist. I'm the one who believes so much in what I do that I'll stand from the mountaintops, and I'm not going to try to force you or sell you or close you. I want to inspire you to follow me. And if I can't, you're not my people. You're not my tribe. And we shouldn't be together, if that makes sense. Whether you're my customer, if you're my dealer, if you're my friend. And, I've always done business like that. And when I was in the auto industry, I declared a common enemy, and that was the industry itself. Just like you did, Glenn. I was sick and tired of the way that women consumers felt when they left a car dealership, when they influence 85% of all purchases, and they hate the experience, and women love to shop. I knew that there was a problem to be solved in the industry. And that's what I did. And so I was able to, really build a movement within the auto industry, just my one dealership with women consumers. They knew that if they came to buy a car from me, that it'd be a safe place and that they would have a great experience. And whether they bought a car or not, I would help them, whether they bought it from me or from somebody else. I just wanted them to have a good experience, because the auto industry is the most important industry in the world. Says me.
That is strong, guys. That is strong. Are you guys catching this? Are you guys listening to this? Are you guys sharing this? Because our friend Lisa Copeland is up here at 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Spitting straight fire. That's the
Mhm.
passion, guys. You can see the passion just coming right out of her. I love that, Lisa. If I can't inspire you, then we can't be friends. It's basically what you just told me.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Friendship, marriage, business, whatever it is, it really is about, galvanizing people and having a common higher purpose, if you think about it. And so the greatest businesses in the world are the ones that are able to be influencers within their industry, right? And that is what makes a business sustainable. But that also is what fuels CEOs. When you look at Richard Branson, when you look at Whole Foods, when you look at Blake from Tom Shoes, whatever it may be, it gets you through your toughest days if you truly believe that what you do matters every single day.
Absolutely, because it's not easy, right? It's
No,
not easy doing all the things we do. Sometimes you got to set up in a hotel lobby at 2:30 in the morning.
you're the most dedicated human that I know. I'm going to tell you that one right now. Like, see this crown hat? If you were here, I would put it on your head.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
It's the passion. It's the passion and the fuel. I went to bed. I went to bed 2.5 hours ago. I went to bed 2.5 hours ago. I set the alarm, and I'll be honest, I was like nervous. I'm like, well, wait, I got Lisa on, and this will be the one day that I sleep right through my alarms. I just traveled all the way across the country, and so I was nervous. But guess what? Lisa? I woke up 20 minutes before my alarm clock went off. I was
And
up
your hair looks good. I woke up 20 minutes early too, and I had to do this.
I woke up 20 minutes before the alarm clock went off because of that passion, that fire. I want to be here. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's that desire because I know it's doing something that's bigger than me, And
everything you do is bigger than you. I was just telling your story yesterday. I was with a group of dealers at the end of the month. They brought me in to do their end of the month sales meeting. They're like, Lisa, you gotta go. You gotta go. I mean, seriously, like, we need some inspiration. We need to finish this month strong. And I said, I want to tell you about a friend of mine in Paris, Kentucky, population 9,000. He's going to bust 1,000 cars this month. No excuse zone with me. No excuses. We live in a metro of 2 million people. And if you guys cannot bust 400 cars this month, you suck. Go look at Glenn Lundy. I did. That was my sales meeting, just about all of that.
Oh, you are incredible. You are so kind. And I'm really excited. A lot of people don't quite know this yet. But yesterday, Josh Cummins actually just bought another store. So now we have our second store, which is something we've been dreaming about for a really long time. It's a Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram store that is currently selling 40 cars a month.
Okay, so that I sat on the National Dealer Council for Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, which is, of course, and what a fantastic franchise. And I'm going to predict that you're going to take it from 40 to 400 to well over 1,000, because I've got to tell you, I'm a little more of an FCA fan than I am a General Motors fan, just, from my heart.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now I can sell you
sending
something,
people
right?
to Paris, Kentucky to buy cars now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I'm excited to have the blank slate. I'm excited for the challenge of
Are you going to run both stores?
I'm going to do everything I can, whatever Josh needs me to do. Whatever he needs me to do, it kind of came on fast. And so him and I have discussed it and we've talked about it and we're both really excited about it, but we don't really know exactly what it looks like. We just know the opportunity came up, he bought it, and now we own it and we got to figure it out, which is the way I kind of like doing things sometimes.
You will figure it out. I promise you. I know that. Is it in Paris also?
It is in Paris. Yes.
Dang. Sure. So that little town of 9,000, now they're going to sell 2,000 cars a month.
That's
you're gonna make the Guinness Book of World Records. Ali is gonna have to scoot over.
Dude, I love you, Lisa. You're so amazing. Always so positive. Always so encouraging. I know you guys are hearing this, Lisa. There are a bunch of women in my group. Okay, my group is almost 50% women. In the
queens of everything.
In the rise and grind, they are the queens of everything. I agree.
Right.
And I know that I've got a lot of women in here that sometimes are afraid to jump into, whether it be the auto industry or sales industry, or sometimes they're just afraid to really get outside of the box, get outside of the norm and chase and pursue their own passions. You took on like the boys in one of the hardest industries for a woman to jump into. And not only did you take it on, you took it on and like, you obviously throve. I don't think throve is a word, but you are continuing to thrive, and you did thrive in the auto industry, and you're continuing to thrive. What kind of words of encouragement can you give to our listeners, to those that are still kind of holding back, that are a little afraid to jump into this industry or any other industries that's predominantly male related?
Okay, well yeah, thank you. I mean, the first thing is, why I got back into the auto industry is because I wanted to revolutionize it. I wanted to put a new lens on women, minorities, and millennials, both consumers and employees. So it was that passion that drove me every day. And you cannot let people stop you. I mean, you cannot listen to the naysayers, because if I would have listened to the haters, if I would have listened to the bullies, but I knew that my purpose was bigger than the job itself. And that's what kept me going. And ladies, and men, everybody, whether it's auto or whatever, I mean, without that higher purpose, without doing what you love every single day and believing that what you do matters, you're doing the wrong thing. Don't do it, because it's a tough business. But once you realize that you are serving people's, if it's auto, you're serving people's transportation needs, you're changing people's lives, you become their friend, you become their car dealer. You make a wonderful living doing it. You want to go to work for like a Dan Cummins and Glenn, for a wonderful organization. And it's a fantastic career. And so now I serve on the Women in Automotive board, and we have our big conference coming up. And I'm the chief evangelist for when it comes to women in automotive. I believe that the future of business and the automotive industry is female. And I think it's time, ladies, for us to take our seats at the table, but nobody's going to pull out that chair for you, right? You're going to have to sit at that table, and you're going to have to bring value, and you're going to have to produce, and no excuses, and rise and grind every single day.
That's right. That's right. Hashtag rise and grind. Lisa, let me ask you, like, honestly, do you think women have an advantage in
I
the
do.
in the auto industry? What is that advantage?
I do. Women are wonderful, wonderful salespeople because they're transparent and they're authentic. And the turnover on the retail floor is close to 90%. Not working for you, Glenn, but NADA says it's 90%, and it's because of not even the culture as many times as it is just the working and the hours and the Saturdays, because women are caretakers. But I will tell you, ladies, if you get in and if you commit yourself to excellence, if you commit yourself to be an authentic sales professional who serves your customers every single day, that you serve their transportation needs. I mean, I've had 30 years in this industry, and it's unbelievable. They follow you. Your customers follow you. They send their friends. Women don't tend to grind as hard or negotiate as hard, and they're more trusted. So when you look at surveys of women salespeople across all verticals, consumers tend to trust them more. We're just more transparent. We're more authentic. 9 times out of 10. And please, guys, don't send me the, we're just as good too, because I get it too. But but there is,
because we're not really, we're not.
well, I just think that our communication styles are different. And in managing teams for years, I would get a salesman and a male consumer, and sometimes it would just be this: I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. And it's kind of like that. Whereas women, we're not as much about winning as we're about serving, negotiating. And sometimes that's also to our detriment, which is why I believe a lot of times women don't get as far sometimes, because they're I don't want to say afraid, but they don't go in and ask for that promotion. They don't go in and put their name on the table and say, hey, I want to compete for this job. And that's just something, as a society, I think women are getting better at it. But I think it's something like shows like yours, ladies, it is ours for the taking, but you have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put your name in the hat. You have to, put your hand out there, raise your hand and say that you want it. And that's what I did. And I was the only woman on the National Dealer Council for FCA, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. And so many times people would say to me, oh, I know why you're on this council. It's because you're a woman. And I said, no, I'm on this council because I'm the #1 dealer in the country.
Right.
And you have to own that. And that was hard for me to own in the very beginning. I always loved being #1, but I hated like using it to get things done. And then after I figured out it does get things done when you're #1, then, I was a terror after that. It's like, get out of my way. I'm #1. Let's go.
Absolutely. You're absolutely on it. And it's true. It's just different styles, guys, girls, different styles. A lot of those things that you said, when being serving and being authentic, if guys will do that, they'll have success too, for sure. But it's just different delivery styles, hands down.
But see, Glenn, you are serving and you're authentic. And that's why you have raised, your dealership 800% when it comes to sales, because you're that person. And so, I mean, look at what your organization has done in the last 8 years. And if every organization would take notes, I cannot even tell you, I've got, I don't know, 46 clients, 46 dealers around the country right now that I work with. And I have sent every one of them to your website, to your show, to your Facebook page. I'm like, guys, and literally it's guys, this is how it's done. It isn't about slick ads. It's not about TV commercials and how much you can spend. It is about being authentic, being real, and it works. And you are proof in the pudding.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You are so stinking kind. And I could sit here and talk to you all morning long until the real 5:30, like 5:30 West Coast time. But we're already 2 minutes over. This is supposed to be a 20-minute show. We're already 2 minutes over. But I'm going to run a little bit late today because I think that what you're spitting out right now is valuable for a lot of people that are watching this episode. And so we're just going to run a little bit late. I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we're going to get to our 2-minute takeaway. I'm going to have you down to solve with the 2-minute takeaway. But one more question. Okay, we have challenged in this group. We've challenged everybody to spend the next 30 days doing a couple things. One, narrowing down like one major thing that they can change in their life that's going to make them unrecognizable in 30 days. And for some, it's physically, like whether it's working out or quitting smoking or something like that. For some, it's more, financially setting goals or doing stuff with their careers. For some, it's spiritually, jumping into their Bibles a little bit more, or their relationships with their spouses, things like that. So you obviously are what I call a goal getter. You know how to set big goals and you know how to achieve those. So what advice can you give to the group as we're going into this 30-day challenge to help them stay on track? Now, I've got everybody in the group encouraging, lifting them up, posting, liking, commenting. We're going to hold each other accountable.
Good.
But what do you got? How do they achieve these goals that they're challenging themselves to achieve this month?
Well, first of all, congratulations to everybody out there that has made the decision. And Rome was not built in a day. And I literally said to my husband last night, I said, I've gone to Orange Theory every day. For 30 days, I'm so pumped. Like, I didn't cancel once, which I would be famous for doing in the past. And he looked at me and he said, but Lisa, it takes 3 months to see the results you want to see. And he said, so you're doing great. Stay the course. He said, but you can't quit. Okay. So that's the first thing I'm going to say out there is that you can't quit. And you have to know that, in 30 days, you're going to see baby results. So to me, success is all about never giving up. It's about consistency. And if you fall off the wagon today on exercise, on your spiritual life, on your personal life, because to me, those are the most important things. Because once you have those in line, then your business just explodes. But we all have off days. And if you have an off day, you just get back on and it's okay. And you forgive yourself. You say, you know what? Yesterday was just not great, but today's a new day and I'm going to start again. And you don't quit, because those that are consistent, those that take, small steps on a daily basis, they're the ones that win and stay the course. Life is about being a marathon, not a sprint. And so are goals.
Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Never give up. Don't quit. Stay consistent and forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself if you have a little off day.
We all have those days, and it's just like, dang it, I didn't do it. I didn't exercise. I was mean to my kids, whatever it may be, and it's okay, because we're human. And I think the greatest thing that we can learn to do is self-forgiveness, because once we can forgive ourselves, we can forgive other people.
I agree with you 100%. And I see so many people that they'll try something and then when they fail, which is gonna happen. We're all gonna fail when we try new stuff. Absolutely. But as soon as they fail, then they're like, I just can't do it. And they throw their hands up. I'm like, no.
They're defeated.
Right there on the other side of failure, man. You've got to fail. I don't remember which book I was reading, but I heard a guy talking and he was saying the only difference between me and like a pro athlete is that pro athlete failed at playing basketball more times than I did, because I gave up after a while, whereas he just kept failing until he made it.
What is that Michael Jordan quote, that he had to, I don't know, he only hit 18 or 8% of his shots.
Right.
Exactly. And the other 92% he missed. And I guess now LeBron has become the greatest human on earth, according to.
Okay, all right. We're not even gonna get into that. We're not even getting into this. We're not even getting into that conversation this morning. I don't want to have it. I don't want to admit it, because he is currently the man. But hey, I'm gonna give you an opportunity right now. 2-minute takeaway. All right. You've got 2 minutes to give, you're giving advice to one person, and you got to change their life in 2 minutes. Something
Wow.
practical, something applicable. What do you got for everybody?
If you're in sales, which I think the majority of the audience is, Jim Ziegler, who I adore, he was on my show a few weeks ago, and he said something to me that was super profound, is that you can sell your way out of any problem. If you hone your sales skills, if you join tribes like Glenn's, Sean Hayes, and you learn to hone your sales skills, there's nothing that can defeat you. You can sell your way out of any financial problem. You can sell your way into any job. I mean, there's nothing that can stop you. But your selling ability and your business ability, it's just like your muscles, right? You're not going to be, ladies or men, you're not going to be in perfect shape if you don't work out every single day. And so I want to tell you guys that you've got to work out every single day. And that means you've got to be involved in a tribe like you're involved in. You have to read, you have to learn, and you have to hone your skills. You've got to be excellent in what you do every single day. And just like with my orange theory, in a month, you're going to look better. 2 months, you're going to look better. And in 3 months, you're probably going to hit your goal. And that's where most people fail, is that they're not, they are still trying to work with the same skills that they learned 10 years ago, because they're not investing in themselves. They're not up at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. watching Glenn's show. They're still sleeping. So, my hats off, but I wouldn't take this off because of the hair this morning. But hats off to all of you that are willing to get up and invest in yourselves in the morning to listen to this show, to learn from experts and from people, and that's what I do. I mean, I've got many people that I listen to every single day, and I read their books, and I talk to, experts like Glenn, and just get and make myself better and better every single day, because the day that you stop learning is the day that you stop growing.
That's right. That's right. That's all right. That's awesome. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Let's thank Lisa Copeland for joining us on hashtag Rise and Grind at 4:30 a.m. her time. Do me a favor. The biggest honor that you could do for Lisa right now is hit that share button. Let more people get to know her. Let more people get to see her, so that we can connect these circles, man. The better connected we get, the more inspiring people we get in our lives, the better chance we have at reaching these higher levels of success. And as I tell you guys every single morning, you guys are these unique individuals, uniquely created by the creator of the universe, God himself, to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And you guys are doing that, man. You're making an impact in people's lives with all of your posts, with your quotes, with everything that you're posting in the group, by becoming a member of this elite group of people that are choosing to every day rise and grind. You are absolutely making an impact on this planet. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. Lisa Copeland, you are making an impact on this planet. And I don't know if anybody's told you yet, because it's only 4:30 a.m., but I absolutely love you for what you're doing on this planet to make a difference in people's lives. And thank you so much for being on my show. I know it's hard getting up this early and doing things like this, but it means more to me than you'll ever know that you did this with me. So I want you to stay on. Go ahead and tell everybody goodbye, and I'm going to sign out of here.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
All right, you guys have a great day. We will see you. Have an incredible day. June 1st.
Yes, go out and crush it.
That's right. Let's crush it today.